As you well know, I just love fireworks. I've been using it for years, and as you know, it is my favorite tool for creating images for a multi-screen universe. And Fireworks CS6 is continuing my love affair. I am just loving it. Even though there's not that much to it when you first open it up, don't let that bother you. There is a lot under the hood. In this example, what we're going to take a look at are some of the new color features that have been built into Fireworks. What I've got here is a video interface, and I've got I got little playback buttons and rewind and fast forward, and a little progress bar here. And if I select the progress bar, you can see that it selected, and if I come to the fill color, the new fill color palette opens up. This is brand new. The colors are arranged chromatically, so you really don't have to worry about picking the wrong color. In the previous version of Fireworks, the colors were sort of just jumbled up together, and you always had a real risk of choosing the wrong color. Also, you got a number of grays down here. I always like to think of these as the gray, green, and blue grays. And then, of course, you got the primaries over here, 12 of them. The other really big change is the color spaces that you can use. You can either use hex color or RGB color. And also, you can apply opacity. So if I give the green color, I can also apply 40% opacity to it. And here's where it gets really cool. I can now click this little button right here and copy the color to the clipboard. And if I pop over to Dreamweaver and select a color and paste, notice there's the color that we chose, and there's the opacity. So it comes in as RGBA. The eyedropper tool is also quite interesting. With the eyedropper, you can sample color. And because I've got the caps lock key down, I can point sample. Or if I turn off the caps lock key, I can just generally use the tool itself. I'll use a point sample. And you can see that I've picked the color, but if you take a look down here, you get your averages and the color format. And if you right-click, well, you can copy the color or even copy the fill color. Or if it's an object with a stroke, you can copy the stroke color, add that to your HTML editor, and away you go. Okay, let me get out of that. Stroke and fill are pretty interesting as well. They've improved. Right here in the Properties panel, I'm going to pull the Properties panel up so you can have a real good look at this. In the old version of Fireworks, stroke and fill was, well, problematic to work with at best. One of the problems was that it was a lot of mousing. Not anymore. You'll notice that up at the top here, we've now got the ability to add no fill, a solid fill, a gradient fill, and even a pattern. So the patterns menu is right here, and if you click it, you can choose a pattern. So if I want it to look like, I don't know, a blanket, I can do that. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And you'll notice that there's a none option. There's no none option here, but that's fine because I can go back to gradient fill and I get a gradient fill. Now the gradient fills have changed too. If you click a crayon, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a small blue box around this that tells me that that's the color crayon that's been chosen, so I can change the color quite easily, as you can see, and it's applied. I can not only change the color, I can use the slider now to move the crayon, and if I so choose, I can also set the angle of the gradient right out of this menu. And if I don't want a gradient, well, that's fine. I can come back and choose a solid. The stroke menu has also changed. You can choose 3 types of stroke, which is right here: center, inside, and outside. You can change the stroke color, and here's the beauty of the stroke color. You can actually have opacity on the stroke separate from the opacity of the object. Same thing for the fill. So there's been a lot of change that has taken hold with how you use color in Fireworks CS6. I've shown you the new color palette. I've shown you how to choose colors. I've shown you the improvements to the eyedropper tool, the stroke fill and patterns, and also how to apply strokes inside, outside, and center. Like I said, there's a lot under the hood here, and you just got to be aware of where it is. And once you find out where it is, you're not going to ever go back.